Cargo light, there's a single light under here, and then there's a light here, and they're both fairly bright. And this light shines this area, but also in the cargo area a little bit as well. Now, since they're bright, they do a fairly decent job. Not adequate, actually. So we have some dark areas over here. We have some dark areas over here. Anything we put here in the center is going to cast shadows on the other side of it because we only have one light. This helps out with that, this top light, but it's still, when you stand here, it's right in the middle, right where your body is if you're standing in the middle, so your body kind of casts shadows. So ideally, at least have another light on the other side, and then maybe this one, maybe two here on the lift gate. Maybe even one under here, you know, having a light right there as well. That would be awesome. But as it is, it's kind of like subpar, you know, it's okay, but definitely could be improved, especially for the caliber of vehicle this is. You know, I would think that it'd be a little bit better than this, but, you know, I mean, it's okay, but not exceptional or great or anything. Here on the back door, there's no puddle light. Very surprised there's no puddle light here. It does have a ambient light in that pocket, which is set to green. So you'll know if you see green light, that's the ambient light that I have it set to. You can see it in the floorboards there, in the pockets there. Now back here we have the heated seat controls, which are backlit. And there is a fairly dim little light right there, here and there, and it's kind of like more in this area. It's like more like a reading light for the passenger, and more so than a interior light. So not all that great as far as the interior lights here. So the door in the front, once again, no puddle light. So there's no light to shine, not only the approach light, but also when you're getting out, there's no light to shine on the ground to see what you're going to step in. Like, you know, vehicles that are like $25,000 have these type of things. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But it has the ambient light here in this pocket. And then this light right here, that, you see that other door is green? It's supposed to be green, but when you open the door, it turns red. As soon as you close the door, it'll turn back to whatever color you have set, when in this case, green. It does have some nice floorboard illumination. I have it set to that highest brightness for the ambient light. And the lights here on the front, basically, once again, just the reading lights, which they're a little bit better here in the front than the second row or the back seats, but, you know, they're still just the reading lights. They're not really interior lights so much. Okay, so I'm sitting in the seat here, and I have the interior lights on. I'm going to go ahead and shut the door. Make sure I shut it all the way. There we go. And it takes a second, and the interior lights kind of fade out. And now we're left with the backlit buttons and the ambient light and screens and everything. But yeah, looking pretty cool. So let's go ahead and use the dimmer switch, and you can see the range here of brightness. Alright, that's the lowest part, and this is the brightest part of the screens. And then the ambient light, we'll bring that down. You can bring it all the way down to 0. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's basically in 20% increments. And we can change the colors. Go ahead and do that, because they change quickly. Some vehicles is like fades and it takes forever to show all the colors. This one I can just quickly press the buttons and it's just like instant. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's put it on blue now. It's been on green for a while. Now it has some backlit buttons here. The screens look good. Right in this area right here, there's this light, which is nice. I'm glad it has that. This compartment here has a light, which is great. The glove compartment does have a light, looking good. Now it also has these little, what I call moonlight lights right here, and they shine, and when it's super dark, those lights come down and illuminate this area right here. When I close this, it kind of covers that little light. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell, it has a little bit of light here. It's very hard to tell because it's a little bit, there's the street, the parking lot has lights and stuff, so it's not super dark, but it does help out. On dark conditions, these little lights are excellent. These little suckers. And yeah, backlit buttons here. You also have these little reading lights. This is the when we had the door open, this is the light that has, it's basically just kind of shining in your lap area, and it's okay. I mean, it is a little bit bright coming my way to my eyes, so with it being a reading light, it's still a little bit too much light in my face. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have a bright light, might as well, instead of just a reading light, might as well, you know, have a bright light and not just reading light. But anyways, it's a little bit like some vehicles, like it handles this well, right, without shining right here. So yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it could be a little bit better. And there's the passenger side there. You can turn on all the interior lights and have them not turn on with the door. If you press that button and turn it amber, then it'll keep the door from turning on the interior lights. Now this visor has a light right here, and these are bright, but they're soft enough to where it's actually pretty good. It illuminates your face really good without being excessively bright and blinding you. It's really well done here. This little vanity mirror, it's good. It's really good. The camera system looks pretty good at nighttime. You're able to see all around the vehicle, even in low light. The reverse lights work well. The exterior lights do a good enough job, and just the camera system itself kind of amplifies the existing light. So no problem with the camera system at nighttime that I've experienced.